Hello and welcome to Inside Blockchain, a show where we talk about blockchain projects and platforms that matter, as well as their impact all around the world. My name is Tony Obiajuru. On the show today, we are going to be discussing blockchain solutions for the financial market, and I am joined by a very special guest, Chiagozie Iwu, who is a blockchain and finance consultant at CI Cryprosolutions. Hello, Chiagozie. How are you? Thank you for joining me on the show today. How you doing?
Hello, Tony. I'm okay.
Okay, so before we get busy with discussing the topic for today, can you give us a little background of yourself and how you came about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency?
Okay, as you said, my name is Chiagozie Iwu. I'm a blockchain and finance consultant, or expert if you want to use that. Although in the blockchain world, I don't think we have experts.
Okay.
So, nevertheless, I'm a crypto enthusiast. I've always loved the world of blockchain, the world of cryptocurrencies, ever since Satoshi Nakamoto published his first white paper. I was a kid then, but I picked that interest. Like, what's going on? There was a little noise for people that knew about it. I'm a graduate of Eastern Mediterranean University, where I studied finance. So that explains a bit why
the
I
reason
am more
why
interested in the financial
aspect,
of the blockchain. So that's just me, and Bitcoin has been the love of my life. Wow.
Yeah, you can actually say that. So how did you come about the blockchain technology? Like at what point, did you get yourself so much involved with what's going on with blockchain?
Okay, the first time I've always been hearing about Bitcoins, cryptocurrency since Bitcoin was basically the only cryptocurrency as far back as 2009, 2010. But when I really got involved in this was back in 2015, right?
Okay.
I had some friends. They were always looking for the next big thing.
Exactly.
Everybody was looking for what is going to come up next. So we kind of like looking for what is it that would be revolutionary in the next years. We started researching and we found out about Bitcoin basically. And so that piqued my interest. I started reading about the technology, how the blockchain works, because the Bitcoin blockchain was basically the most popular blockchain existence at that point. How it works, the whole proof of work concept, miners. We got interested. In fact, I remember then we started purchasing mining rigs at that point to even start mining, although then the profit was not high as it became eventually. So, but that was just it, the interest, the whole decentralized nature of this cryptocurrency, like something that is taking back the power to the people. I'm not Marxist, by the way. It's more of a libertarian thing.
Yeah, freedom.
Right here, you understand? Exactly, freedom. Because we want a situation whereby there is very little interference in how we trade, in how we interact with people, and everything should be clear, everything should be free, not one person monopolizing everything. So the whole decentralized nature of the cryptocurrency.
And you felt that it is worth studying.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Now, you are a consultant for CI Cryprosolutions, all right? And I'm aware of Niger Crypto. Right. So can you tell us about Niger Crypto and how you came about this platform?
Okay, as I said initially, I've been back in the space since 2015. We started mining, made us get some Bitcoins, we joined some pools and all that. So I was one of the first people, while I was back in Cyprus, I was one of the first people that could sell Bitcoins to people. You understand?
Okay.
So I had a lot of people in Nigeria here, in Cyprus, in Turkey. I want to buy Bitcoins. They'll connect me. They know somebody that will buy Bitcoin. This thing is rising. It was $200 yesterday. Where do I buy it? So I was like a buy and sell chain for many people. And if you want to sell, I was an easy supply. I will always provide that liquidity. All right, you want to sell? I'll give you the money. I sell. I was more about the fees involved in buying and selling, rather than actual. Although I did some actual investment on my side, but I was more interested in the fees. So it got to a point. I and a friend of mine, Shadrach Oluwatine, we got to a point like people called us all the time. Want to buy? Want to sell Bitcoin? Want to buy Ethereum? Want to sell Ethereum? We were like, why don't we just create, instead of these people calling us, let's have like a way to direct them. Instead of coming to us directly, why don't you buy here? Why don't you buy on this platform? And of course, that's where we got the idea to do a proper exchange for Nigerians, because majority of our clientele, although we had people from other countries, majority of our clientele was Nigerians.
Okay.
Rather. So it was a situation whereby we needed something that was quality. Something that was good, something that was the standard in the market that the foreigners were doing. So we sat down, we brainstormed, we came up with Niger Crypto, and we developed it in such a way that it's properly decentralized compared to many exchanges that are broker determined. Price is determined within that exchange, like you have in so many of the big exchanges, and is Nigerian focused, although other countries
it serves the international market.
As long as it's legal to trade in your country, is we have everything a proper trader needs. We have fiat deposits, fiat withdrawals, cryptocurrency deposits, cryptocurrency withdrawals. So it was easy for someone, instead of calling us, oh, I want to buy Bitcoins, why don't you just go to the
more like a platform where you can, have all that you're requesting for. Fantastic. So before we talk about what makes Niger Crypto different, now we understand the fact that most of these exchanges are actually backed by a consensus model, or we can say they were actually built on something. What can we say Niger Crypto is built on? Bitcoin or Ethereum? I'm talking about the protocol right now.
Okay, the protocol is basically Ethereum.
Ethereum protocol.
ETH protocol. And Niger Crypto basically is extremely streamlined. The framework is done in such a way that it could be edited, like it could be changed at any point. The protocol could be changed at any point.
Okay.
So it has multi-layer support, multi-platform support.
Okay. So what makes this particular exchange different from the rest? We have the likes of Binance, we have BigMex, we have a whole lot of exchanges. So what makes Niger Crypto different?
Okay, of course, our major markets, although we don't want to limit ourselves to that market. Our major market focus is Nigeria, right? So it's easier for a Nigerian, let's say. We use the same decentralized model with Binance. We use the same decentralized model with BTC and all that. So let's assume a Nigerian that wants to use an exchange like BTC, for instance, right? BTC, the only thing related to fiat that you can see there, which is not exactly fiat, is the Tether, right? So of course, of the issues converting Tether to actual fiat. How for a Nigerian, and Nigerians are not even trusted in international markets. So for a Nigerian, it's a very difficult process, right?
Okay.
So, but Niger Crypto offers you direct fiat, direct to your bank account. If you want to withdraw fiat, you can withdraw direct to your bank account. If you want to deposit fiat, you can deposit direct to your bank account. You don't need to use a Tether-based asset or a stable coin to go. We provide that for you, right? So instead of going through that long process of going to the foreign exchanges, you use Niger Crypto. Then compared to other local exchanges, as I said initially, it's a decentralized exchange in the sense that price determination is exchange specific.
Okay.
You understand? We determine our own price. It's not a situation whereby a broker is making the market. As you tell him to buy, you sell to the person. No. Everything is completely peer-to-peer, decentralized. All orders are published. All our APIs are properly documented and published on the site. Everything is transparent and auditable in the sense that you come into Niger Crypto. You could easily arbitrage because, as I said, our price is completely exchange determined. So our price does not have to be the same with BTC. In most cases, it's even lower. It's even more profitable to use our exchange than to use another exchange because of you're trading against other people like yourself, not against a broker that is trying to market make. And of course, we that model of user to broker is very dangerous because the broker wants to also make money. We're just there, our little fees. That's how we make our money. So it's not market making; it's complete electronic communication network.
Okay, but I don't know if you would actually want to mention the particular fees so that we know.
No, that's not a problem. As I said, our fees. Compared, if you use independent retailers, for example, maybe they'll peg it, maybe this amount of BTC to the dollar, 360, buy 360, sell 350 and all that. But we just pegged our fees, like 1% to trade BTC, 1.2% to trade Ethereum and Litecoin, and 1% withdrawal fees. Zero deposit fees.
Zero deposit fees.
To deposit. In fact, sometimes I even feel like the deposit fees are negative by the time you come back. So it's zero deposit fees. So and our fees are really, really attractive.
All right, great one, Chi. Now let's look at most of these exchanges. They actually have a wallet service. So does Niger Crypto have a wallet service?
Not exactly. As I said, our main aim to coming into the market was an exchange, although we currently have a product in testing phase called CI Crypto. It's supposed to be a payment gateway for crypto solutions, but of course we'll also be providing a wallet service. But nevertheless, Niger Crypto, a user could use Niger Crypto to store cryptocurrencies, because when you make a deposit in Nigeria crypto, right, the wallet, the exchange wallet is the temporary storage. It moves immediately into a hard wallet.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can withdraw at any time
Okay.
you want. You understand? So if a flexible user feels like using it as a wallet service, fine. It's there to use, right? We don't have to outrightly say, okay, this is a wallet service. You understand? So it's just we don't do any online storage. So your cryptocurrencies are 100% secure.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
if I got you correctly,
Right?
every deposit that is made is moved from the exchange wallet straight to
Immediately. Less than 1 second.
Oh, okay.
So the hard wallet.
Okay, it's been an interesting conversation with Chiagozie, and in case if you're just joining us, we've been talking about blockchain solutions for the financial market. Let's go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be hearing more from our guest, so don't touch that dial.
Hi, this is Cynthia Petian with AWS Mining.
I'm Alexia Hefty-Rossier.
I'm Anand Mohan from Technobrain.
This is Anu Bardwaj from Women Investing, Women Digital.
And you are watching
You're watching
You're watching
Crypto TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. And in case if you're just joining us, just before we went on the break, Chiagozie and I were talking about blockchain solutions for the financial market. Okay, so Chiagozie, I would actually want to know how does the blockchain revolutionize the financial sector?
Well, it actually does. It actually does a lot. Or rather, it can do a lot to the financial sector. It is doing some things, and if mass adoption comes in, a lot. One of the areas I have been particularly interested in is financial derivatives, right? And the financial derivative, like for example, a market like Nigeria, we have a very, very poor financial derivative market. Why? Because there is improper contract enforcement. So you cannot really say, okay, I want to come up with this complex derivative contracts, and the enforcement will just not be there. You understand? Mm-hmm. So in more advanced markets like the United States and the EU and maybe China in some cases, they have proper financial derivatives market that are properly regulated. But still, using blockchain to power these financial derivative tools is still being thought about. Then what's more of country like Nigeria that needs it more than all of them? So in the case of using it for financial derivatives, I believe it will make the market more streamlined, right? Vitalik has given us a major solution called the Ethereum blockchain, right? Where a lot of decentralized applications and smart contracts could be built in them. So we could have a situation where the derivatives are written in the smart contracts, where execution is automated. Execution based on what is going on in the market, based on what that contract says. Let me give you an example. Let's say there are some solutions currently going on in the real estate markets, and derivatives could be built on such things, whereby real estate assets are built into those smart contracts. Their price valuations and the ownership contracts are built into those smart contracts, and someone could buy such contracts instead of going to buy like a unit of that contract, instead of going to buy the whole real estate asset, and resell in any market. Could earn rent as dividends, and could earn dividends like through the rental payment, and could also mix up with other blockchain-based assets to form a portfolio, basically. So a lot. It could be played with a lot. Like, it's technology. An Indian friend of mine once told me, once it's code, anything could be done. You understand? So there is a lot to play with. And everything is going to be visible. Everything is going to be on the blockchain. Everything is going to be verifiable.
Yeah, transparent.
Exactly. So it's going to really do a lot to the financial sector.
Do we have an example of a particular sector that it is actually disrupting?
Yes, actually. As I said, even in the financial sector, there are some things being done currently, but I think you will see more in, let's say, supply chain management. There is a lot being done, a lot of research and some implementation being done. Even air traffic controllers up airports now use the blockchain to log flight details, in which it makes it easy, it reduces runway traffic, air traffic, and all that. And in the in know your customer sector, basically, if I could call that a sector, if I could call that a sector of its own.
Okay.
A lot is being done, you understand, whereby people's identity will be stored on the blockchain, And in fact, I think it's going to be more in this sector than any other sector. Of course, I have a bias towards finance, but this is the key because this now affects other sectors, whereby people's identity, as you're giving birth to, your birth certificate is on the blockchain. Anybody you allow to have access, any corporation or any institution you're allowed to plug in, based on your approval, can plug into the blockchain and access this. It will be because only the authorized party to put in that birth certificate can put it into the blockchain to keep things simple. You understand? So anybody can verify this. This whole cases of identity fraud, the cost it takes to banks take to verify customer identity and all that, it should be reduced so drastically. So blockchain, oh my God. A lot of places, of course, in the financial sector, cryptocurrencies is a disruption to the financial sector. Cross-border payments. Some Chinese importers now prefer to take bitcoins rather than the US dollar because Nigerian banks processing a payment to China takes time. So they'll prefer instant liquidity and all that. So a lot of Nigerians now use it for like minor exports, though, for minor imports into the country. So it's disrupting. Cross-border payments are becoming easier and all that. So we can talk about it. I would be here till tomorrow if I give you all the disruption that is being done. But the thing is, a whole lot is being done. A whole lot is expected to be done, and a whole lot of research is in this field.
All right. Thank you, Chief, for that one. So let's come back to Nigeria Crypto.
All right.
Does this particular platform have an educational channel for its users?
At the moment, we're working on something similar. You gave an example of the Binance Academy. Of course, it would not be the same framework or the same model, but we're working with something that will be even bigger than that. That will be able to guide traders, even those that have never learned about cryptocurrencies. And we want to target them young. We want to target them from secondary education to those in the universities especially, right? And because if you go to our universities now, there are a lot of people with interest in cryptocurrencies, but nothing is being taught to them about that, especially in our Nigerian universities. So we want a situation where we can target them, teach them about cryptocurrencies, teach them about the blockchain, teach them about how to trade cryptocurrencies, how they can use cryptocurrencies to perform transactions. And there are a whole lot of blockchain and cryptocurrency related projects out there. Also educate them on these projects, how they can use it to do business and how they can use it to improve their well-being, basically.
Okay, fantastic. Now, talking about education and how students or people can actually interact with the platform, what is the account verification model?
Okay, it's straightforward. Of course, in future, when KYC is all blockchain-based, this wouldn't be an issue because makes things easier. But currently, we're using the traditional model for account verification, whereby if someone creates an account, of course, you verify your email through the traditional email verification mechanics. You set up your 2FA, in which you can use your Google Authenticator, which is, of course, our users would know about that. It's an easy authentication tool provided by Google, basically. And you do the KYC, whereby you submit an ID, which is usually your international passport, your driver's license, your national ID card. For the case of Nigeria, you can use your NIMC or your voter ID card, or if you have the normal national identity card or your driver's license, you can use that. So we'll verify your identity, and once that is done, and all this, believe me, happens in less than 24 hours. Your account is good to go, and you can use it anytime and anytime suitable you want. Sometimes your account could be verified in less than 30 minutes. So that's the efficiency we're talking about in Nigeria Crypto.
Okay, great. Now, this platform has access to people's identity and data.
Sure.
Right. So how secure is their data on the platform?
Well,
because we have issues with cyber attacks and
sure.
So how secure?
Sure. You see, this identity safety, right? Personal information safety is something I'm very passionate about, because we see what's happening in the tech world today, whereby people resell data to third parties, where we have a lot of hackers stealing people's information and people's data. I can assure anybody with Nigeria Crypto that is not the case. All your information is properly encrypted and only can be viewed on the admin side. And most information that is less than more than over 2 weeks old cannot even be accessible to the admin anymore. You understand? As long as you have a verified account, and in which, if the case may be, you might even do re-verification. That is to show you that we care very much about personal information, and no matter what the case might be, your personal information is safe in the hands
You know,
of
we've
Nigeria
actually
Crypto.
had quite a number of people come and say, make promises and
Alright.
things that your identity is safe, your data is secured, and all these things. So people need to be actually very, very certain that their data is secured.
Yeah, as I
Now,
said.
since actually the blockchain, so if, for example, myself,
Okay.
right, I have an account, I've done my verification,
Alright.
Nigeria Crypto and all that. So if somebody wants to place a demand on these particular details, am I responsible for giving that person that data? Or the person can actually go to the platform and pick it up from
You know, we're in a country of laws. I'm going to be very honest and sincere here, which is something many people that run such exchanges don't do.
exactly what I want.
But honesty is my watchword. I'm going to be very honest with you. We have laws in our country, right? We all want to abide by these laws. And believe me, the cryptocurrency is going to be more accepted if legitimacy is around cryptocurrencies, basically. So I'm going to explain a bit of the laws to my users so that they understand what is. Nobody, right, without a valid subpoena can make Niger Crypto give your information away.
Okay.
You understand? Nobody. We don't sell to advertisers. We cannot just give out your info. But as I said, we're a country of laws. If there is a legal subpoena presented before us, we have no. And the only thing that can cause such a judge to present such a subpoena is if there are legal issues with the user.
Okay.
But aside that, in most cases, unless there is sufficient evidence, we cannot even honor such, unless there is sufficient evidence as such. So, but aside that, your information can never be given out to any third party.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that once this information is 2 weeks old on the platform, it is moved
Yes. So,
somewhere else. Where is it moved to?
not that it is moved. For example, when we verify a customer, right, there's a lot of personal information being given out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We prefer to clean up this information as long as it is not needed for your day-to-day trading. Information that is needed for your day-to-day trading is kept on the platform because, of course, you would still be using bank accounts. You will still be using your name. We will have to know your name and your email address. But things like identity documents sent to us, bank documents sent to show as proof of deposit and all that is cleaned off completely from the platform. These are information that attackers could use against you, in which, as I said, we're completely protected against attackers, right? As I said, our platform, before I rolled it out, right, I had like 4 stages of penetration testing towards it, right? 4 stages of penetration testing, and it passed it swiftly. Wherever we found a problem, wherever we found a loophole, we do it. And every 3 months, we subject it to such tests.
Okay.
One of the reasons the platform we are working on, CI CryptoPay, is ready, right? It's ready to be rolled out, right? But we want to be sure we are giving our users the best. So that's just it.
Great. Now, how is the USD rate to Nigerian and other fiat determined?
Okay, basically we use the market rates. You know, Nigeria is a country of multiple exchange rates. I hope that will change in the nearest future, but we are realistic. We use the rates in which we can use to change your naira to dollars, right? And in Nigeria crypto, right? Most of our markets attacked USD to Bitcoin to USD, Ethereum to USD, Litecoin to USD. This is so that our pricing could match international standards. You understand? Doesn't mean you cannot deposit naira, but your naira is converted to that USD officially at the market rate, which currently, at the time of this interview, is 362. And when you withdraw, it's also done at that market rate, so you don't lose. You have people that will sell BTC. Maybe their buy price will be 340, their sell price will be 370. It's done at that base market rate, in which, thanks to the central bank, it doesn't float that much, right? It's kind of pegged. Like a float, like a managed peg, basically. So it's, you deposit at that rate, 362 at the current market rate. Most of the time it's 360, and you withdraw at that same rate. So you don't lose anything in terms of exchange, basically. That's it.
Fantastic. Chiagozie, before I let you go, back to the blockchain solutions for the financial sector.
All right.
what other financial sectors would you encourage people to actually look at? We can say the untapped sectors, that people should actually pay attention to, all right, when it comes to, investing or building something on the blockchain.
Okay, you mean aside the financial
Yeah,
sector or sectors within the financial sector?
Sectors within the
Financial sector. Okay, I will encourage banks, basically, right? To really, the banking industry really needs to look into this. As I said, a lot of things could stream. It could make payments easier. It could make money transfer easier if you build money transfer on the blockchain right now. I'm not sure of this information, but I heard that SWIFT, which is one of the major transfer organizations, Society for Worldwide Interbank Transfers, are currently working on a blockchain solution to streamline payments transfer. So the banking industry needs this a lot. Even
you feel a lot has not been
a lot. No. The banking industry has, especially in Nigeria, the banking industry has a long way to go in this sector. Yeah.
Okay, so finally, what are your final words on the show?
Well, nothing much to say, but this blockchain. Wow, it's going to be doing a lot, and a lot needs to be done. And Niger Crypto, we've done our own part at CI Cryprosolutions by giving Niger Crypto and some other solutions as time goes on. So, but you users out there, you have to adopt it, make use of these solutions, and it will make it more international and more accepted.
Okay, for somebody that wants to probably get more information about Niger Crypto, where can they go to?
Okay, all you have to do is visit the site www.nigercrypto.com or visit our Facebook channels at facebook.com/realnigercrypto or Twitter at twitter.com/realnigercrypto. On our site, all our social media handles are there on the Niger Crypto site. And of course, you could also visit our YouTube channel. That's for CI Cryprosolutions, our YouTube channel. We have some videos that teach you how to create accounts and how to use the Niger Crypto platform to trade.
All right, thank you, Chiagozie, for coming around.
All right, thank you very much for having me. It's been a bigger pleasure.
Okay, and we've come to the end of the show. You've heard it all from Chiagozie. So don't forget to visit our website, cryptotvplus.com, for news updates, sources, materials, and links. You can also follow us across our social media platforms at CryptoTV+. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like as well as the subscribe button. My name is Tony Obiajuru. Until I come your way next time, stay glued to Crypto TV+. It's a bye for now.